Hey guys, this is Ganesh. Welcome back to Ganesh Jadhav Automation
Today we
Studio.
are going to learn about how to create basic HTML web page from the scratch and how we can run that web page using the Lime servers in VS Code. So in my last video, I already told you, I already gave an idea how to install the VS Code. Now we are going to learn what is HTML. So HTML stand for Hypertext Transfer Markup Language, which is used for creating web pages and web application. This is the meaning of the HTML language. But what is meant by the hypertext and what is meant by the markup language and what is meant by the web pages? So hypertext is nothing but text within a text, and we can say that a text has a link within it. So we can say that is a hypertext. And about the markup language, a markup language is a computer language that is used to apply layout and formatting conventions to the next document. So this is meant by the hypertext markup language. And whatever web pages we have, so what is the meaning of the web pages? A web page is a document which is commonly written in HTML and that translate by the web browser. So whatever web browsers we are using, like Chrome, Firefox, Opera, Safari, whatever browsers we are using, these web pages translates to the web browser. A web page can be identified by entering an URL. So any web page always identify the entering an URL. Like suppose we have the www.google.com, www.facebook.com. So these are the web pages, and each and every web pages has a special unique URL so that we can access. A web page can be of the static or dynamic type. So all web pages, basically we have some of the static web pages, we have some of the dynamic web pages we have. For dynamic purpose, many things, basically we are using JavaScript, we are using React.js, we are using TypeScript, we are using multiple different language, basically we can use for creating a dynamic web pages. With the help of the HTML, only we can create the static web pages. Always remember, this is very important point. With the help of the HTML, only we can create the static web pages. We cannot able to create an dynamic web pages with the help of the HTML. We cannot able to create, guys. Okay. Now, what are the tags basically we have? So always remember, whenever, so HTML is a scripting language which contain the tags. So HTML tag are likely keyword which define that how web browser will format and display the content. So always remember, HTML tag always like this kind of keyword basically we have, and all HTML tag are the predefined. Okay, like other programming language have some of the predefined functions, methods we have, same here as well. Some of the tags are predefined, some of, not some of the, almost all tags are predefined, and we need to use those tags whenever we want to create a static web page. So HTML tag are like the keyword which define that how web browser will format and display the content. With the help of the tag, a web browser can distinguish between the HTML content and simple content. Okay, so this is how we can differentiate over here. HTML tag contain three main part: opening tag, content, and closing tag. Okay, how that also we are going to learn practicals, basically we are going to perform. Some of the HTML tag are unclosed tag, some of the HTML tag are unclosed, some of the HTML tag compulsory we need to close that those tags, guys. Okay, when a web browser reads an HTML document, browser read it from the top to bottom and left to right. This is very important. Whenever any web browser read your HTML document, that browser always read from top to bottom and left to right. Like suppose this is top to bottom, this is kind of like your web browser reading your document, and left to right, this is how basically read your document. HTML tag are used to create HTML documents and render their properties. Each HTML tag have the different properties. Each and every HTML tag have the different properties we have, guys. Okay, all HTML tags must be enclosed within this tag. Okay, this brackets, we can say that your all HTML tag must be enclosed within this tag. We can say that these are the anchor tag, we can say that, guys. Okay, every tag in HTML perform the different tasks. Each and every tags have the different meaning, different purpose. We have, if you have used an open tag, then you must use the close tag as well. Okay, except some of the tags, for some of the tags you don't need to close those tags, but almost 80 to 90% tag, if you are opening that tag, compulsory you have to close that tag, guys. Okay, now here you can see, guys, we are going to learn some of the versions history of the HTML. So we have the HTML 1.0 firstly introduced in 1991. Then later on evaluation has happened and they introduced the HTML version 2.0 in 1995. Okay, it was standard language version and website design. HTML 2.0 was able to support extra features such as form based file upload. We can see what kind of form based file upload we have in our upcoming sessions. Form elements such as text box, options button. Okay, then then next version evaluation is happen and next version they release, which is named as a HTML 3.2 version in 1997, which is supported by the W3C. You all know that what is meant by the W3C, web World Web Wide Community. Basically we have, they publish these versions. Then later on 3.4 versions is released in 1999, and this is very stable version of the HTML language. Whatever issues we had in our past releases, we overcome those issues, we resolve those issues, and we launch the new version which is named as a HTML 4.01. And then later on, guys, in 2008, they release HTML5 version, which is newest latest version right now for the HTML. The first draft of this version was announced in January 2008. And then later on, guys, lot of evolution is happened, lot of new features, new refactor, new bugs are fixed. But right now also we are using the HTML5 versions in our coding as well, because this is the latest version. Okay, now here you can see, guys, some of the code I drafted over here. This is the doc type. Basically we have HTML, these many basic tags basically we write down over here. Okay, now definitely you might have a question, what is mean by that, what is mean by these tags, guys. Okay, so so first of all, always remember what is mean by this tag. So whenever we are starting to writing our HTML code, we must need to start with the doc type, and then you have to compulsory write down this HTML tag. This is your first tag you have to write down, HTML tag, and then also this is opening tag, this is closing tag. Okay, then another tag basically you have to write down head tag. And okay, this is the head tag. Basically we have, what is the purpose for that, we are going to learn shortly. Okay, here you can see, guys, doc type. Doc type what exactly define, it defines the document type, or it instruct the browser about the version of HTML. This is the only meaning of this doc type. Then later on we have the HTML tag. So this tag inform the browser that it is an HTML document. Text between the HTML tag describe the web document. It is a container for all the other element of HTML except the doc type. So guys, whatever tag you have to write down now, guys, each and every tag you must need to write down inside this HTML tag. This is the compulsory rule we have. Then second tag we have, which is named as a head tag. So what exactly we are doing here in this head tag, it should be the first element inside the HTML element which contain the metadata, like information about the document. It must be enclosed before the body tag open. But now body is a separate tag which is very useful. Whatever code we have to write down, we almost write down within a body. So head tag basically, you can see, guys, whenever you are opening the Google Chrome browser, like suppose I'm just opening here, just a minute, I'm just opening my Google Chrome browser over here, and I'm just going to show you some of the thing like head, what exactly mean by the head. Okay, so just a minute, I'm searching over here, guys. Here you can see Google, I am searching. Okay, once I search the Google over here, you can see, guys, okay, once I search the Google over here, and here I'm just searching like testing, something like that I'm searching. Okay, once I'm search the testing over here, you can see, guys, testing hyphen Google search. So this is what we have, the like, this is the title of this like of this website, or we can say that of this search. So whenever we are defining any head, so like that head you can see over here. We can perform the practicals as well, guys, no need to worry. Then we have a title. Whenever you want to give the title on your page, you must need to define the title. As its name suggests, it is used to add a title for HTML page, okay, as HTML page which appear at the top of the browser windows, okay. Now we are going to learn about the head tag. What is meant by the head tag? It should be the first element inside the HTML element, HTML tag, okay, element which contain the metadata, data about the data about the documents. It must be closed before the body tag open, okay. It must be closed before body tag is open. So that is mean by we must need to head, and inside the head we can use the different tag. Now we are going to learn about the another tag which is named as a title. So as its name suggested, it is used to add title of that HTML page which appear at the top of the browser window. So here you can see, guys, suppose I open this website and I search the testing terms over here. Here you can see, guys, this is a title testing hyphen Google search. So how this come? With the help of the title tag we can see over there, okay. This is completely optional, you can define or not, this is completely optional. Then another tag we have which is named as a body. So text between the body tag describe the body content, okay, describe the body content of the page that is visible to the end user, that is visible to the end user. This tag contain the main content, this tag contains the main content of the HTML document. So whatever main content, whatever main thing we have, we can define over here. And then we have another tag which is named as a H1P. So these are the like normal tags basically we have whenever you want to define your heading on the like bigger font. You can define the H1 tag, the range of this tag like H1 to H7. So like if you are using the H7 tag, so it like you can see the very short font over there for the particular text. And P means whenever you want to define the particular P tag, it means whenever you want to define the particular paragraph within your web page, that time basically you can define this thing, guys. So this is mean by the HTML like basic information we have. Now let's create the document. So I'm just opening my VS Code and I am just creating the one of the file over here, okay. So I'm just creating the file, like I'm just creating the file which is named as a demo.html file. Demo.html file I created over here. Here you can see, guys, once I created this demo.html, you can write down the tags over here. Like suppose doc tag, basically it is doc type, basically we can write down. Then second tag we have to write down which is named as HTML, okay. Here you can see opening and closing tags are automatically coming up over here in this Visual Studio Code. Now another tag basically we have to write down inside the head tag which is named as a inside the HTML tag we can write down the head tag, and in this head tag we can write down the title, okay. Title tag basically I'm going to insert in this title tag. We can write down any title over here like uh, HTML. This title basically I'm going to add. Once this is done, guys, once this is done, now what exactly you need to do? Outside of this head body, you have to write down the another tag which is named as a body tag, okay. In outside of this head tag, you have to write down the another tag which is named as a body tag, guys, okay. This is very important tag. Like everything code, HTML code basically we can define over here. Now inside this body tag we can add over here like I'm just going to add h1 like header tag. Basically I'm going to add like Ganesh Jadhav Automation Studio. Once I'm done with this head tag, you can add another tag like paragraph tag also you can add, which is different. Like whenever you want to add the multiple like multiple line of paragraph, you can simply add this paragraph over here. This is a free HTML course, okay. Okay, this is just paragraph. I can add over here multiple line of paragraph basically you can add. Once we are done with this writing this basic HTML code, now I want to run this file. But how basically we can run this file? Simple, you have to right click on this file and you can see, guys, we have a option which is named as a reveal in a file explorer. Once I'm opening this file, you can see guys this demo.html file. Once I'm clicking on this, double click over here, you can see guys this is like my file is successfully open. Now here you can see guys Ganesh Jadhav Automation Studio. This is head h1 tag basically we use. This is a paragraph, this is free HTML course, and here you can see guys this is a title, HTML title we have. This is how we can create the basic web page through the HTML, basic static web page through the HTML. Now, how to run this HTML, how to run this web page on the live server? This is also important term. Now, basically, why we need of this live server? Because guys, live server always help you to give the fresh session ID, and it is not running on the caches. This is the another important use of the live server. Then another thing we have, whenever we are running our HTML pages, some of the times what happen, those HTML web pages running on the 8080 by default port, and sometimes what happen, if you are already using another Apache POI like Apache Tomcat server basically you are using, and that server also running on the 8080 port, so that time conflicts are happening, and you cannot able to run your code. So that time what exactly you have to do guys, you must need to add the code. What exactly you need to do? Simple, you have to click on this extension and you have to search live server extension. So here you can see guys, I already searched over here. So live server extension you have to search. You just need to click on this thing, and here install button you have. Simple click on this install button. Only these things here you have to do. Once this is done, your live server is automatically installed over here, integrated over here. Again you have to click switch to R, where guys our repository. Once you added the plugin of live server, you simple need to select any file. You need to right click on that file, and you need to select this option, open with the live server. Once this is done, your web page will be open on the Google Chrome browser. Here you can see guys, this is how basically we can run our web pages, HTML static web pages using the live server. And you can see it will give you the flexible port number and different URL also. So this is the thing we have. This is how basically we can create the basic HTML code, and we can run that HTML code on the live server and without the live server as well. So thanks for watching guys. That's it for today. Have a nice day.